QPR, so RVP number 20 for Manchester United. Time now to hear from Manchester United's new signing. He and Sir Alex Ferguson have been appearing at a press conference here at Old Trafford. Let's hear what they had to say.
Well, we managed to get contract signed and was with the Premier League before 12 o'clock, which was always a bit of a rush for us. But it was a long day for Robin yesterday. By the time we got to the hospital, did all the various examinations. It's all completed now. We're delighted to announce he is a Manchester United player. So it's a great day for the club. Thank you.
Robin? Hello, good afternoon. I would like to start with thanking Arsenal Football Club, Mr. Wenger, for the last 8 years, because the last 8 years been is part of my history, my life. They've been always good to me, so I would like to thank Mr. Wenger, the players, the fans, and for all their help, technical staff, people involved with Arsenal, because as I said, they've been always great to me, and I look back on a positive note to the last 8 years. Now, if you look forward, this is a big challenge for me, which I'm looking forward to. I'm proud to be here, and I am looking forward to achieve big things with Manchester United.
Thanks very much. Could I ask everybody to concentrate with questions to Robin? I'm looking forward now. I think he's dealt with the Arsenal issue. Thanks. Vinny.
Robin, can you sum up your feelings, what it means to you to become a Manchester United player now?
Yeah, it feels, as I said, it makes me proud. It is it's also a big club, and yeah, for me, it's just a big challenge to do it together with the players here. I've been this morning. I had a good session, and I just noticed that every single one, like I was used to, is very helpful. It's like a family club, like I'm used to. So in that perspective, it's not a big difference. The language is the same. I'm just hoping, to sort of achieve big things together with my new teammates at this great club.
Do you feel then that you've now joined a club that matches your own ambition?
No, well, let me make one thing clear, because I don't want to, that things get twisted or something. There is, from my side, definitely, and I think from Arsenal's side as well, there's no hard feeling. It's just on certain elements which were vital for me. We had a different view. That's life. No one is angry at me. I'm not angry at them, and this is just a big challenge for me. I made it clear before in my statement. I think you've all read it, that my views on certain elements were not similar to the one from Arsenal, but that's life. Sometimes you disagree on things, but I'm here now. That's the main thing, and I am looking forward to it. It's a big challenge. I think in my football life, the biggest challenge so far, and yeah.
Opportunities to go elsewhere. Manchester City obviously made a bid for you. Why Manchester United? The manager here has already said you were desperate to come to this club. Can you explain why? Yeah, because I think everyone knows me by now. I'm a lover of football. I love football. I love, in that perspective, I'm quite principled, and it's always difficult to find a perfect match. But I do feel that this is the perfect match for me. Manchester United breathes football. If you look at all the players for Manchester United, and the stadium, the manager, my choice was made very soon in my mind, if you base it on those two clubs.
Was the prospect of playing with Wayne Rooney in your mind at all when you thought about United? I mean, He's obviously scored a lot of goals, almost as many as you have over the last few years.
Yes, but yeah, I like to make clear that we are all in it together. Is that of course I love to play with Wayne Rooney. He's like I've said many times before. He's a world-class player. He's all round. I always look, when I look at players, I like to see that the player can adapt in every single game, and Wayne Rooney can do that. He can score a lot of goals. He can make assists. He can play for the team. He works hard, so he's a world-class player for me. Then you have Scholes, you have Giggs. To me, they're world-class, and they've been proving it for 20 years now almost. And that had a big impact, definitely. But I like to say that we are all in it together. We need every single player to achieve greatness, and that's why every single player of this squad is as important.
Is that what position, Robin?
Sorry?
Do you have a preferred position where you'd like to
ask
play?
it, the manager.
Robin, is that, you said to achieve greatness, is that the aim here? To achieve, this club has achieved many great things.
Yeah.
Is that the aim, to be part of something like that?
To do it again. I like to be part of that, and they did it already, and I didn't, so I like to do it.
Sir Alex, having signed great players in the past who've made a massive impact here, what do you think Robin van Persie can do for this club?
Well, I think that is what we needed for the last couple of years. Is got a maturity about his game now. What we saw last season is what happens when a player gets to a mature age: his authority, his timing, his understanding the game is complete. And I think we'll benefit from the next 4 years and hopefully beyond that, of that maturity and experience. He was a player every time in our team talks. It was always a problem for us because he was capable of popping up in different positions. Sometimes off the right hand side, sometimes dropping in, sometimes through the middle. So I've taken that problem away from myself. I'm quite happy with that.
Well, you haven't bought a player of kind of this senior standing for a few years. What was your thinking behind briefly going away from that policy of buying young raw players to finish the article?
Well, it's true that we're good at buying young players and developing them as the season goes on, but sometimes when you see, we never thought we could get Van Persie. If you go back, say, even 6 months ago, I couldn't see us getting him because I thought Arsenal not going to let him go. Whatever, they're trying to give him a contract. Then when they're ready, he refused a new contract. That's when we reacted, And it's been a long haul. But I think that the point I'm making about maturity is probably we need a finished player. We've got to remember that Scholes and Giggs are coming to the end, and we need mature, really top players to replace that. The young ones will come, but they don't have what Scholes and Giggs have at the moment, and that's why I think Robin's very important now.
Would it be fair to say that you maybe needed someone who could allow you to make a quick leap in kind of quality of the whole team, rather than kind of waiting for players to come through?
Well, we have had several players who have been that type of catalyst, starting with Canton, of course. But I don't think that we're short of all that, of the things you're talking about. I think we're capable of winning the league, even if we didn't have Robin. But Robin brings a sort of a certainty of the future for us. We know that, one, he can play, he can score, he's quick. He's a different physical specimen from the players we have. So I think these are all additions to what we've got at the moment.
So is Robin fit to start the season because he's not played much, is he?
No, he hasn't played, but we're going to assess him in the next 2 days. He's available for Monday. Also, I'll have a chat with him, see how he feels himself, but adrenaline will help him. if I choose to start him on Monday. That's for certain. It does happen. But I think it's important. The training session is more most important. Is it Saturday, Sunday, and hopefully then we could have a good idea about whether we should start or put him on the bench.
What squad number are you giving?
20. Do you want to see the photographs there?
Phone call to him that really helped bring the deal to conclusion. That must have been a very difficult phone call to make when you're taking basically his best player away from him. Can you sort of elaborate on that conversation?
No, I can't elaborate, but it was amicable. I must say that Arsene knew that the boy wanted to leave, and they then knew they wanted to join us, so it made it a bit easier. But it didn't make it easy in terms of trying to reduce the fee. He could win a poker school and govern him. But I think he's got a great price. But we're happy also that the matter's concluded, and from a start position when we first negotiated, Arsene's done well.
You two could still talk.
Yeah, it's very amicable. That's right. It was never a problem at all.
Genie says that your favourite's Alex for the title. He said that last year as well. But
He's my favourite's every week, according to him. He's not going to realise he's got a decent team himself.
So it's like last season will always be defined and remembered for that rivalry between you and City. Do you expect the same this time? A battle between the two of you?
You know, that rivalry's been going on for 100 years. Not just last year. Neighbours are neighbours, and what do you call these derby games never change. The derby games last year, the defeat at Old Trafford was one reason why we lost the league, the goal difference. If you ask me who I think are our biggest threat this season, then Man City without question.
well, then you had the opportunity to at least talk to the champion club. You've chosen to join the team that finished second. Can you explain the thinking behind that?
Yeah, as I said before, Man United breathes football in every aspect, and yeah, for me it was quite soon I made my decision, and of course that was based on a lot of things, and all these things went for Man United, and I always listen in these situations when you have to make a hard decision in your life. I always listen to that little boy inside of me, and what does he want, you know? And that boy was screaming for Man United.
Aside from Robin, how's the rest of your squad looking as far as Everton's concerned?
Well, we've had a bit of a nightmare with the injuries to the defenders, of course. Jones and Smalling possibly, well, Jones maybe a month away, and Smalling 2 months away. Johnny Evans has started training, but obviously not ready for Monday. So it's straightforward. Just the defenders we've got, we have to get on with. The rest of the squad is fine. We don't have any well-backs back training, and everyone else is fit.
So why is it so much bigger than any you've had before? You mentioned before about your biggest challenge. Why is it bigger than when you joined Arsenal? Or
well, because you always develop. I'm older now. I have my experience in the game, in life, and this is a new challenge. And in my opinion, the way it stands now, I had lots of challenges, and but this is how it stands now, my biggest.
So Alex, sorry, Danny Welbeck ended the season as England's main striker at the Euros. He's obviously a very young player. What has he got to look forward to at Manchester United, and what could he learn from Robin?
Well, I think you always learn from great players, no question. If you remember what Cantona did for all the young players when he arrived, it was without question, it was a tremendous teacher for them. And I think Daniel will welcome that. I mean, I saw his interview last night, it was very refreshing. He started talking about the more goals, we're going to score more goals. I hope he's right. But no, Dan is